In today's video, I want to show you how Brian went from looking like this to looking like this, how Calvin went from looking like this to looking like this, and how Reed went from looking like this to looking like this. I'm going to explain all the steps, and we're starting right now. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and today I got a great question on my Instagram direct message, and it made me think of some of the amazing transformations that I've seen as a coach and someone that runs a transformation challenge that's coming up in February. And I want to talk about what makes it successful. And today's question is a great insight into how to get started. I'm struggling a little bit and I want help. I'm 180 centimeters tall, 110 kilograms, and I'm trying to lose weight. When I count calories, I lose weight. But I increased my cardio to 15,000 steps a day. I do body weight training and I can't lose weight. I don't eat processed food or sugar. I only eat home cooked food. My question is it possible to be resistant to exercise for fat loss? Thank you from Greece. First of all, Catalaveno Ellenika. That's right. I used to be fluent in Greek. I grew up in a town that is highly Greek called Tarpon Springs. Anyway, so this idea that you're avoiding sugar or processed foods, but eating at home does not necessarily mean that you're going to be able to lose body fat, okay? Fat loss is not about eating in a way that you think is ethically or morally better than somebody else. It simply comes down to your body's ability to store fat and lose fat. I'm going to show you a graphic here of what happens throughout the day. When we eat something, we are in a caloric surplus temporarily. And when we don't eat, we tend to be in a caloric deficit, okay? Now, does your amount of time that you spend in the day in a deficit outweigh the amount of time you spend in a surplus? That's really what this comes down to. Now, you mentioned that when you track your calories, you tend to lose weight, but you didn't mention what those calories were. So I want to talk to you about where you guys should have your calories set up. Now, if you join our Transformation Challenge, we're going to send you nutrition plans and training plans, and we're going to support you in our private group. That doesn't start till February. So if you're looking to start now, this is where I want you to go. I want you to go to prophysique.com/calculator, and I want you to look at these macronutrients. These are going to set you up. Now, if you're eating home cooked meals and you're eating healthy or you're eating clean, but you don't know how much you're eating, you're missing an important piece of this step. You also mentioned that you are potentially doing body weight workouts. So it's possible that you are potentially adding some lean body mass depending on how good these workouts are. So it's not just about the number on the scales, guys. Now, this person said he was 180 centimeters tall, which is about 5'9", 5'10", 110 kilos, which is 240 pounds. That is a lot of body fat. I would expect you to be well below 200 pounds at a normal body fat level. So we've got an extreme amount of body fat level here. We're probably talking about something in the obese category, might even be starting to be unhealthy on a body fat scale for your long-term health and well-being. So what do I suggest in this situation? Guys, if you haven't seen my videos on movement, I really believe movement is the key. I know a lot is played about, nutrition and these fad diets, but I have seen more success from people just finding ways to incorporate more movement in their life. Now, if you talk about the guys that I showed at the beginning of this video, I want to talk specifically about Brian for a second. He had an incredible transformation. Look how much body fat he lost here. Look how much weight he lost here. Now, I actually did a podcast discuss this with him, and it was literally about accountability. He just got into a system where he was able to track his calories, be more consistent with his meals, and be more active. That was it. He didn't do any fancy diet where he had to completely eliminate carbohydrates, completely eliminate sugar, completely do things that a lot of times you hear are necessary. Fat loss is not about some crazy approach to nutrition or training, okay? You don't need to do things like avoid sugar. You don't need to do things like high intensity workouts or cardio. You can simply ease into these processes, okay? And that's what I want to help you guys with. I think a lot of times when people feel like they're stuck, it's because they spin their wheels going back and forth, right? This is what our Transformation Challenge is about. All the physiques that I showed you at the beginning of this video, those were done over 90 days. Those were 90-day transformations, right? And they've continued to improve their physiques, and we're about to do this again. So what I want to be able to do is provide a platform for people. Now, if you understand the nutrition, if you understand your daily routine, what is the final piece that's missing? What is that final motivator? A deadline, a competition. When you gamify fat loss and when you gamify weight loss and you get excited about something on a daily basis, the increase is 80%. That's what the research shows. An 80% increase in the likelihood of success, okay? So what I really want you guys to do is get excited for something. So it's New Year's. A lot of us are getting excited about the change that's about to happen and we wanna make that step. This is why I find these transformation challenges so valuable. I used to coach people and enter challenges, and I always noticed that, wow, these people are making such great progress. I currently coach people who enter challenges called bodybuilding competitions. They have a date, they have a deadline. This is why you see people like myself and others that I coach and the people that enter our challenges having a lot of success, a date, a deadline. Do you have a date or a deadline? No? Well, maybe you should enter a challenge. Maybe the one that we're doing in February, which offers $25,000, we pay out cash when we announce our winners. And even if you don't win, at the end of those 90 days, if you've changed your life, if you've improved your routine, if you've learned, isn't that what we're really after here? Guys, I'd love to give everybody money, but ultimately I think anybody would happily give the money back if they knew for a fact that they were going to change their physiques. This is what I want to do this year. I want to give back more to you guys. So let me know how I can help below, right? I've got the macro calculator. I'm happy to help out with the transformation challenge with nutrition plans and training plans. We're even offered a discount for coaching for those 90 days if you're interested in coaching. But ultimately, for me, with the YouTube audience that you guys are, it's about providing what you need specifically. So comment below. My friends, thank you for the great questions. Ask me those questions either in the comments or the Instagram direct messages. And let's make 2024 the year that we finally reach the physique that you're after. Talk to you guys tomorrow.